Sénatrice Galvez.
Honorables collègues, la COP30 a débuté comme un flambeau d'espoir pour les défenseurs de l'environnement et les communautés en première ligne. Pourtant, les résultats demeurent modestes face à l'ampleur et l'accélération de la crise planétaire à laquelle nous sommes confrontés. A global implementation acceleration was launched, but it creates no obligation. And despite overwhelming scientific evidence and broad public support for a phase down of fossil fuels, even the worst fossil fuels were kept out of the final statement. But countries were only able to agree to a joint declaration. As in previous COPs, momentum could not overcome the influence of fossil fuel lobbies, who outnumber the delegation of every country in attendance except for Brazil. Negotiations failed to resolve the long-standing structural tensions between the need of developing countries and the deeply unequal responsibility of developed nations for the impacts of fossil fuel dependence. At COP30, I emphasize that climate change, biodiversity loss, and pollution are not separate crises. They are one interconnected emergency. Science confirms 7 of the 9 planetary boundaries that make Earth safe for life have now been breached. This is not a warning for future. This is our reality. And it threatens our food system, our water supplies, health, and economy. In alignment with the recent International Court of Justice advisory decision, which clarifies that the states have an obligation to align their actions with climate science and prevent significant environmental harm, COP30 did deliver a meaningful progress towards climate justice with a call for the development of a just transition action mechanism, along with transition pathways that will uphold human and labor rights, social dialogue, gender equality, and the needs of marginalized communities. The Tropical Forest Forever facility aimed at supporting indigenous people and local community was also launched at COP30. Today, it is clear, dear colleagues, 2 futures are emerging. One, led by China, Europe, and a handful of US states who are leading the way as they transition to electro-states economies. The other, driven by petro-states, opposing the unstoppable transition while risking stranded assets and economic instability. Dear colleagues, our peers in the G7 are transitioning, and global clean energy investment will reach $3.3 trillion in 2025. What much of these funds will reach Canada? The world is shifting. Science is unequivocal. International law is evolving, and history will judge not our intentions, but our actions. We must choose coherence and foresight. We must align our economy with science. We must protect nature, and we must support the most vulnerable. Thank you. Merci. Me wish. Gracias.